Hi, I am Balasubramanian. In this video, we are going to see 8th Standard Biology, Chapter 4 Ecosystem. In this lesson, we are going to learn about interaction between biotic and abiotic factors, forest ecosystem, interdependence between organisms, and conservation of natural resources. Okay, now interaction between biotic and abiotic factors. Listen, everyone. See, ecosystem is a living system where all organisms live together in a community. Yes. See, biotic components cannot live independently. All must be depend each other. Okay. Why? For food, shelter, protection. So in ecosystem, all organisms are interdependent or interaction each other for some purposes. Okay. Right. See, usually ecosystem formed by interaction between biotic factors and abiotic factors in a habitat. Okay. See, the lot of ecosystems there: pond ecosystem, forest ecosystem, and sea ecosystem. Okay. Now, forest ecosystem. A forest ecosystem consists of community of plants, animals, microbes, and all other organisms. See, plants include lot of varieties. Okay, herbs, shrubs, grasses, ground vegetation, all can do photosynthesis. They produce their one food. Okay, right. See here, animals also lives there. These animals categorized into four types: primary consumer, secondary consumer, tertiary consumer, decomposers. Okay, right. Primary consumer, you all know clearly. Ants, beetles, flies, bugs, spiders, all are eats plants, okay, or tree leaves. Secondary consumers. Secondary consumers include different kinds of birds, snakes, lizards. See, they are all feed on primary consumers. Yes. Tertiary consumers, or we can say top consumers, they are tiger, lion, leopard, feed on primary and secondary consumers. Okay, right. See, decomposers is a totally different thing. It's completely microorganisms. One is bacteria, another one is fungi. So usually they decompose dead and decaying organic material, okay, into simple substance and stored in the soil, right? Now, forest ecosystem consists of flora and fauna. Flora means plants, fauna means animals, okay. Now, role of flora, which means role of plants in the forest ecosystem. See, look at here, plants. Plants include many varieties: trees, herbs, shrubs, and mosses. They all do photosynthesis. Okay, right. So during photosynthesis, plants release oxygen. Meanwhile, it will use carbon dioxide. Okay, right. Look at this picture. Here we have three kind of animals: herbivores, carnivores, omnivores. Okay, right. See, herbivores eat the plants, which means they can get food directly from the plants. See, when carnivores eat the herbivores, they get food indirectly from the plants, as well as omnivores. When omnivores eat the both herbivores and carnivores, they also get food indirectly. See, see, not only plants provide food to us, okay. See, it gives shelter to many animals, okay, right, as in the form of holes or nest. See, monkey lives on the trees, okay, right. Some kind of birds or animals lives in the trees. It makes holes in their plants, okay. Likewise, some birds makes nest on the plants. So plants is a very important thing. Plants alone maintain natural ecosystem. Okay, right. Next, role of fauna. It's nothing but animals. See, usually when animals respire, it use oxygen and release carbon dioxide. Okay, right. See, when using oxygen, that oxygen is released from the plants during the process of photosynthesis. When we exhaling, we release carbon dioxide. That carbon dioxide utilized by the plants during the process of photosynthesis. Okay, right. See, not only that, animals helps in plants reproduction. How? By pollination and seed dispersal. Pollination is nothing but carrying pollen grains from one place to other with the help of animals. Okay, see, whenever insects or birds sits on the flowers, that pollen grains stick to them. When the same bird sitting on another flower, here what will happen? Pollen grains are transferred from one flower to another flower. Okay, right. Then seed dispersal. How? By droppings, and seeds stick to the first. What is meant by droppings? See, most of all fruits eaten by birds or animals. See, after that the birds can fly long distance or walk long distance. During the time when these birds or animals release excrete, it's nothing but droppings. It contains seeds of the fruits. Okay, right. From the seeds, new plants are grows. Okay, right. Likewise, seeds stick to the first. When the animals or birds sitting on the plants or nearby the flowers, definitely the pollen grains or seeds stick to them. Okay, when they are walking to long distance, definitely the seeds are distributed to all areas. Okay, right. Next, interdependence between organisms. See, there are three kind of interdependence. One is predation, parasitism, and symbiosis. Okay, right. Now, predation. So, predation is biological interaction where a predator feeds on its prey. Okay, here. So, tiger is a predator, deer is a prey. Okay, what is predator? An animal that is hunting. Okay, then what is prey? An animal that is attacked. Okay, right. See, when the predators increase in the forest ecosystem, what will happen? Prey number is decreased. At the same time, when the prey is increased means what is the number of the predator? The number is decreased. Okay, right. See, look at this picture. Here, tigers feeds on the deer. Okay, right. And also owls feeds on the rats. So these two are all the example for predation. And one more thing, sometimes an animal could be predator as well as a prey. Okay, here frog. Frog is the predator for grasshopper. At the same time, frog become a prey for snake. Okay, right. Next, parasitism. See, a small species called parasite lives on the large species called a host. Here, what will happen? These parasites harm the host. Okay, right, by sucking the blood. See, parasitism could be between animals or between plants or between animals and a plants. See, look at the picture. Here we can see parasite is nothing but a ticks. This ticks actually sucking blood from the dogs. Okay, here ticks is the parasite and dog is the host. Okay, likewise look at this picture. See, fungus and trees. See, in this interaction, fungus is nothing but a parasite, grows on the trees. Okay, it sucks the nutrients from the tree. Okay, right. Next, symbiosis. See, it is an interaction between two different organisms living in a close physical association, typically to the advantage of both. Here, two also gets benefits. Okay, so mutually beneficial relationship. So look at this picture. Here, rhizobium bacteria lives in the nodes of the legume plants. These bacteria helps in fixing atmospheric nitrogen, turn into the usable form of nitrogen for the plants. Okay, so usually these kind of bacteria fix the atmospheric nitrogen. That nitrogen utilized by the plants. Meanwhile, this bacteria getting nutrition from the plant. So here two also gets benefits. Okay, right. Next, conservation of natural resources. See, you all know clearly natural resources are very important for us, not only for us, animals. Okay, right, because they only give food for us, shelter and everything. Okay, right, mainly water, air. So these two are very important for human survive and also animals. Okay, right. Just imagine these things are absent in the earth, what will happen? No life, no life for everyone. Okay, right. See, nowadays human population has increased many folds, which means they are multiplying more. We cannot fulfill them, we cannot fulfill their needs. Okay, a lot of demand is there. So what do you want to do? We have to conserve natural resources. Okay, and we should not do any deforestation. Okay, we should not cut any trees. We have to planting the trees. Okay, right. Look at the picture, we'll understand very clearly. So this is actually called a deforestation. We should not do, and we should not build any buildings in their forest areas. Okay, right. Instead of that, what do you want to do? We got to planting the new plants. Okay, and we have to conserve natural resources. Okay, I hope you all understood. Thank you.